Hello everyone. Welcome to our first online lecture of discrete structure. So today we are going to talk about a very important and very elementary topic of discrete structure. We'll see some symbolic representation and some mathematical logic, also known as propositional logic. So the very elementary topic of discrete structure, we're going to start our discussion with a very important topic known as statement, or also known as proposition. What is a statement? A statement is simply a statement. We can say it's a like a English sentence. A English sentence or a English statement of fact. But a statement, the value of the statement, it can be a statement if the value of the statement can be evaluated to either true or false. So a statement is a English sentence if the value of this sentence can be evaluated to either true or false. Let's see some example. And here we are seeing some very simple English sentence. 23 is a prime number. Okay, we can see that 23 is an absolute value, or it's a literal. All right, so 23 is going to be either prime number or not a prime number. So every value, every number is actually, it's a any number, it's a either prime or not prime. Okay, so 23 it's an absolute value, so it could be a prime number or it may not be a prime number. Okay, we are going to see whether the value is true or false. X plus 5 equals to 3. So what is the value of this sentence? Do you know whether x plus 5 equals to 3? So this could be true or false, but do we know that? Because what is the value of x? What is x? If x equals to 1, 1 plus 5, that's not equals to 3. If x equals to minus 2, then this statement, this sentence, value of this sentence will be true. Now here the problem is the value of x is not specified. So we are not going to know that whether this is true or false. How are you? That's what about that? That's a question. Someone is asking you, how are you? What is going to be the value of this sentence? Can we answer the value of this sentence with using only true or false? Is that a fact? Is that a statement? She is laughing. Here this is going to be the question, who is she? Okay, if you do not know who is she, can we say that whether she is laughing or not? The final one, sun sets in the east. That's a sentence. Let's see, the sun actually sets in the east. Okay, there is no confusion. Like here we know about sun is the sun, and sun sets in the east. So the value of this statement, it could be either true or false. Now let's find out. So the first one, 23 is a prime number. Yes, that's a proposition, and the value of this sentence is true because 23, that's a literal, and we know the value, absolute value 23, and we can find out that 23 is divisible only by 1 and 23. Okay, so that this one is a prime number and the value of this sentence is true. So you can say that that's a statement. X plus 5 equals to 3. If x is not specified, we actually do not know whether this sentence is true or false. Okay, so without any prior knowledge of x, we cannot say that whether the value of this sentence is true or false. So that's why that's not a proposition, because x is not specified. Okay, so the value of this sentence is not either true or false. How are you? That's a question, that's not a proposition. We cannot actually just answer the question using true or false. All right, so that's a question, that's not a statement of fact or a fixed statement. So, and that's why that's not a proposition. Okay, and That's why that's not a statement. She is laughing. Here she is not specified. It's actually almost like the same as this example, because she, it could be actually anyone. So if you do not know who she is, we cannot say that whether she is laughing or not. Okay, so the value of this statement is neither true or false. Okay, the value of this sentence is neither true or false, so we can say that it's not a statement, it's not a proposition. Sun sets in the east. Okay, that's actually a statement. All right, so we have all the absolute value for here in this statement. So nothing is actually it doesn't have any unknown value. So sun, we know that sun sets in the west. Okay, so what is the value of this statement? This is a statement, this is a proposition, but the value of this proposition is false. Okay, so simply a proposition or a statement, it's a sentence, English sentence, or a statement of fact where we can evaluate that with either true or false. If we cannot evaluate it with either true or false, that's not a proposition or that's not a statement. Okay, for example, like x equals to 5. Okay, I do not know what is x, so that means I do not know what is the value of this whole I do not know what is the value of this fact. Is it true or false? I do not know. All right, so same as like here, if we do not know something about this sentence, okay, then we cannot actually evaluate the sentence with true or false. Okay, but there could be some fact that if we already know the value of x, for example, say x equals to 5 and x greater than 2. If the sentence is like that, looks like x, we know the value of x 5 and I'm saying that 5 greater than 2. Okay, so if we have a prior knowledge of x, then we can actually find out whether the value of the statement is true or false. So using one statement, we can create some more complex statement. Okay, so more complex propositional statement can be built from a elementary statement. All right, so there are some logical connectives. There are some logical connectives, and using some logical connectives, we can create some composite statement, and also it can be known as compound statement. Okay, a compound statement or composite statement can be created using some elementary statement. For example, the first one is negation. It's also known as logical complement or not. Say P is a statement. The negation or not P can be written as using the tilde symbol or using this symbol, and it will be read as not P, like that. So P is a statement means, say for example, 5 greater than 2. Okay, and we are saying that that's a statement and the value of P, the name of the statement is P. Okay, so here 5 greater than 2, this statement is true. Now if we read is as a not P, that means we are going to read as like as a 5 is not greater than 2, or we can write it like that. Okay, so if 5 greater than 2 it's true, that means 5 is not greater than 2, it's false. Okay, so the whole thing will be false. All right, so another compound statement is known as conjunction. So for conjunction we are going to use the symbol, this symbol. Let's see, we have two statement P and Q, and we can create a compound statement using conjunction like that. P, conjunction symbol, and Q, and it will be read as using and or but. For example, you can read it like P and Q. Okay. Say, for example, I am saying that 5 greater than 2 and 2 greater than 5. Seems unreasonable, alright, but it's a statement. Okay, why is that? That's a statement. Let's see, this one is P and this one is another elementary statement. Let's see, this one is Q. Now the value of P, here 5 is greater than 2, we know that it's a true, and 2 is greater than 5, that's actually false. And we can create a compound statement using this 5 greater than 2 and 2 greater than 5, but altogether that's actually one statement. Okay, one compound statement, but altogether that's one statement. Now what will be the value of this one? Can it be true? Can it be true, like 5 greater than 2 and 2 greater than 5? That's not possible. Okay, so the value of this one will be false. Okay, but we are going to read it like this, P and Q. Okay, another compound statement we can create using OR. So we write it like using this symbol. Say we have two statement P, another statement Q, and we read it using P or Q. Okay, so either P is true or Q is true. Okay, so if P is true or Q is true, we can evaluate it is like a true. For example, now let's use this one, say 5 greater than 2 or 2 greater than 5. Let's see, this one is P, this one we are saying, giving the name of this statement Q. So we know that 5 greater than 2, so this one is true, this one is false. But if I now tell it like this, say 5 greater than 2 or 2 greater than 5, obviously one of them is going to be true. Okay, and if we combine this sentence, combine this statement, and it will create a one single statement, and the value of this statement will be true, because we know, yes, either 5 is greater than true, either 5 is greater than 2 or 2 is greater than 5. Okay, there is another compound statement, implication, means we are going to use this symbol P. If we have two statements P and Q, we write it like that using this symbol, and we are going to read it like that, P implies Q. If P, then Q. Okay, for example, let's see, if it is sunny, if it is sunny, like the school will open. If it is sunny, the school opens. Okay, some two statement, if it is sunny, the school opens. So we are going to, if we say that this one is P is a statement that it is sunny, the school opens, another statement Q. So if it is sunny, then Q will be true. Okay, if P is true, then Q will be true. All right, and then we are going to use truth table, which is an important and which is an essential tool, and it is going to help us to determine the truth values of any compound statement.